What is up, everybody? Bobby here, Nintendo Guru. It's time for a little patron stuff and the rundown and all that stuff that we do. First off, we want to thank our Platinum Executive Producer, Cory Hicks, Gold Executive Producer, Sheldon Benedict. In no world ever will I ever say Gentleman Executive Producers. I don't know where Sean came up with that stupid name, but regardless. Nick Milicia, Next Level Games, Joel Brooks, James Johnson, Jesse Armstrong, Glauco Schaffer, David Ray, Michael Drummie, Brendan Myers, Joey Hehir, and I want to also announce our newest producer level patron is Adam Leonard of Megadads. Also, Adam, congratulations, just had a baby girl. That is pretty awesome. So, on with the show.
Does that make him an ultra dad?
Alright, just be quiet so I can play the intro. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of the Nintendo PlayStation Podcast. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by Mr. Bean wannabe himself, Toby Thornton. What is up, Toby?
What is up, Bobby?
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. You know what? I'm sort of stuck in a time warp though, because last night we had daylight savings. Our clocks went back an hour at 2 a.m. in the morning. Mm-hmm. But Bobby is like messaging me at 1:10. We agreed to start at 2. 1:10. He's like, "Where are you, man? Move your ass." And I'm like, "No, Bobby."
Well, you didn't tell me that you had daylight savings.
Well, because I thought Americans had it.
No, we do it like, I think in 2 weeks we do ours.
Yeah, like, what is wrong with you people?
They pushed it back a little bit. I don't know.
I don't understand it, because suddenly there's a larger time gap. No, a smaller time gap between us, and it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Back when George W. Bush was president, he changed it. It had something to do with the farmers. They I don't know. I have no idea. But they changed it. Who knows? You know what? I could care less. Doesn't matter. You were late yet again. It annoys me.
I had a perfectly good excuse for being
There
late.
was no perfectly good excuse. No, didn't work that way.
A perfectly good excuse for being late.
Oh, you little son of a gun. Anyway, let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our
shout out
geek outs.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Because I what I'm geeking out about is what I've been playing, but should we save that for the end of the show, or should we talk about it now?
No, let's talk about it now, Bobby.
Okay. So obviously,
no
I think we're both geeking out about Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Both been playing it. I got mine Friday.
Yeah, got mine Friday.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, you got yours the same time. When did you get yours Friday?
Friday morning.
You got it pretty early?
Yeah, but I didn't play it until after work in the evening, so...
Yeah. I got mine... I went during a lunch break and picked up a insane amount of things. Insane amount of things. I bought 2 copies of the game, right? I got the coin. I don't think you got the coin.
No, we didn't have coins.
I got the coin. Yeah. I got 2 coins, actually, because I got 2 copies of the game. If you pre-order from Best Buy, they had this. I got the Amiibo, which are fantastic.
Yeah, man. They look nice.
Well, Bowser's the only good-looking one.
Is he?
Mario and Peach are whatever. Like, here's Peach. She looks like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, it's plain. And then Mario
good expression.
Is just, yeah. And Mario is just, whatever. But Bowser is just really, really nice. So I like those, but I mistakenly double dipped in those. So I have a 3-pack coming.
Hmm.
Bought the strategy guide, which it's the hardback one that Prima puts out. Really, really nice. That's the only reason I bought it. Almost.
Are you sure it's because you don't suck at video games? And you
no,
need
I bought.
guides?
No, because the Zelda one I didn't open up until after I beat Zelda.
Yeah.
This one I opened up, but I didn't even look at it till after I beat Odyssey.
What? You beat it?
Yes, I beat it.
What the heck? What is it with these people?
I beat it last night.
You're not the only person who's beat it already.
I know there's a lot of people that beat it. That's why I wanted. That's why I put. Well,
blowing
you know
my
what?
mind, Bobby.
Huh?
Blowing my mind.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what, man? I started playing, and Mike Drummie was watching me play last night.
Yeah.
He came on the stream and was watching me play, and he's like, "Dude, this game is really interesting." Like he was kind of into it. He liked it. But the thing is so I bought the strategy guide. Then I almost bought a new 3DS or a new Switch. I almost bought the special edition. I touched the box and was like ready to pick it up and take it to the register, and I was like, no, just leave. But I did wind up
because it's not special.
I held some. I had some self-control, but I went to work, and then I bought the Joy-Cons from PlayAsia. So I had the Joy-Cons from PlayAsia. Yeah, I figured that was better. You know what I mean? That was better for me. So I did that. I bought Tony the Splatoon Joy-Cons. So she's pretty excited about that, and that's so that's good. But yeah, that's where I'm at this point. So
I can't believe you beat it.
Dude, listen, some of us play around, some of us play games. You know what I mean? Like some of us are serious.
Some people like to savor their food and they take their time. Yeah. Other people just scoff it down. They don't enjoy it.
So the way I play Mario games, this is the way I've always played Mario games. It's what I do. I burn through and do everything I possibly can to just beat the game, to roll the credits. You know what I mean?
Why?
It's just what I like to do it that way. It's how I like to do it.
Do you do the same thing with TV shows? You just binge watch like a whole series?
I mean, on Netflix I will, but no, not necessarily. Like, yeah, Netflix. I'll binge watch like Stranger Things. Tony and I are going to watch it today. We'll probably zip through a good portion of it.
Really, I like things to last, man. Like, because I feel
no kidding, Zelda.
Yeah, we've waited so long for this amazing game, and I don't want it to be over in a weekend.
But here's the thing, Toby. It's not over in a weekend. Because now I get to go back and really just, with zero pressure on me, just go in and just enjoy the game and find things.
The thing is, I don't feel pressure. I'm just taking my time. I'm going through every level, like doing as much as I can in each level. The only advantage to beating it quickly is you don't have to worry as much about spoilers.
And when I tell you, you should probably just go beat it. There's some stuff that's very spoilerish that you don't want to fall into trap. I saw stuff today and I'm like, why are these people posting this stuff? Like, what is wrong? Like, I've beat it, so I'm fine with what I'm seeing, but I'm just like, man, why would you post this? Yeah. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, there's a section that's I recorded footage of, and it's in the closing segments, but I'm not showing it because, you know what I mean? Like, I just saved it for me. Yeah. For my benefit. So later on, maybe I'll show it after, like, a couple months go by. I'll pop it up out there. But, I don't know. There's stuff I saw today, and I just shook my head at people, and I'm just like, you guys, man, what are you thinking? Like, why would you spoil it for people?
Here's a question, right? So the game is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, God, it's so good.
It's full of all these little sort of moments that just constantly put a smile on your face. Not just because graphically it's nice, but just the things that they do and the characters do and the way they behave. So how often do you take a screenshot when you're playing this game?
A lot more than I did with Zelda, and a lot more with any game I've played so far. A lot more than I did with Uncharted. Like Uncharted 4, I was taking a lot of screenshots. A lot more than that. Like, I'm taking video and screenshots. Because
Uncharted 4 is great for the vistas and like the scenery, but Mario is full of so many amazing like animated moments, expressions on the characters' faces, the crazy things that Mario gets up to in this game. And I'm constantly pressing that screenshot button because I just want to capture all these moments.
Yeah, there was a moment yesterday during my stream where I was like, I looked at the camera and I had a huge smile on my face. I'm like, dude, look at this smile, dude. Like, I am like loving this game. Yeah. Like, it is so good. There are moments that it's just like, have you got to New Donk City yet?
No. Well, I went there briefly by accident.
Okay. What do you mean you went there briefly by accident? Either you go there or you don't.
No, there's little sort of...
Oh, the teleport things.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, I've rinsed as much as I can out of the first 3 worlds so far.
I heard this is a thing, and I don't know if it's true or not. There's like 900 moons or something in this thing.
Yeah, I think Nintendo confirmed that, yeah.
Like, what the hell are they doing, man? Like, I'm not Alan Paxton. I have a life, man.
The thing is, I think that, having so many moons in this game is actually good in a way that the Korok seeds aren't. Because Korok seeds, they're very samey. You're just looking for things in the environment, and it can get very tedious. But all of these moons in Mario, they're tied to different things. Like, there's, maybe there's multiple butt stomp moons in a level, but they're all in different types of areas, and you have to, like, navigate your way to them. And there's, like, tons and tons of different activities to do that rewards you with moons.
I don't want to say nothing to you, but there's something that'll happen when you beat the game it makes me think we're going to get achievements at some point.
Well, you know what? The first thing I note, one of the first things I noticed is when you get a moon, it stamps the date on the red thing. Like, the major moons that pop up, it's got a little date, and it's like, why would they have that? Because it's like they're saving that moment with a date.
That's one portion, and then when I tell you, when you beat the thing, when you beat it finally, there's going to be something you're going to see happen that's just going to be like, this reminds me a lot of trophies. Yeah. Really, in all honesty, like, it's just like, that's interesting. That's interesting what they did there. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the way we're leading, but dude, so my thing is this, is like, I beat the game, now I go back and I just enjoy the game and take my time, go through. But there is stuff in this game that took place, and I'm just floored at how good it is. Now, just so you know, like, I didn't, like, the first 2 worlds, I just got enough moons to just move on. Yeah. But as I started to progress through, I was like, I'll have all the moons, but I'm not ready to go back yet. You know what I mean? Like, and so I would just kind of like, oh, I see one over there, and I would go get it. And then I would be like, oh, no, I see one over there, and I go get it. So I would, like, so let's say I need like 10 or 20 moons to move on to the next area. I would just stick on. I think I got like 100 and I think last count I had like 120 or 140. No, it was 140. I've gotten 140 moons right now. So I've got a lot.
That's crazy, because I've got nearly 50. Yeah. But you've beaten the game, so...
Thank you. That's what I'm telling you, man.
So it's not like, I don't know. There's a lot more to see, like... Yeah.
But here's the other thing, too. People were, like, saying that, like, oh, this isn't, like, Mario 64 or, like, Sunshine or all the other Galaxy, like, you go and you get the star and it pulls you back out. It doesn't pull you out, but it kind of, like, end caps when you get the major moon on. Yeah. There's approximately 3 major moons within each level. And when you get those, it end caps you and will take you back to the Odyssey. And then it just doesn't take you out of... There's no hub world, which I love. I like it better than 64 and all that stuff. Like, I like that...
Nintendo, right? Like, it's absolutely unnecessary in this Mario game for there to be a hub world. Yeah. Like, the fact that he's in his flying ship, that makes complete and total sense for this adventure. Yeah. So,
like, Galaxy would take you back to the planet or whatever you were on with Rosalina. This game is just, dude, I can't wait for you to finally just pick it up and beat it, because it's gonna be, dude, there's conversations we could have. I think I would my hope would be this. My hope would be that you beat it this week, and then next weekend we do a spoiler cast. Like, we'll do a regular episode, but then maybe we go 2 hours. We'll do 1 hour of the show, and then another hour we'll put out as a spoiler cast and just
that would
break
be fun.
it all down. Because, dude, there's so much stuff, man. That's just like, I want to talk about it. And I can't because, I don't want to.
I mean, let's just talk for a minute about how just playing the game, moving Mario around, just feels so joyous and fun. Like, this game proves to me that Nintendo are still the best developers in the world.
Oh, they are bar none, man.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, they know how to make a game fun. And, like, their A-team that makes Mario and Zelda, like, they are just the best of the best. No question.
The thing that they did, which blows me away, is they've made it where you have 2 games that are now actual legit contenders for Game of the Year. And
I think not just Game of the Year, Game of the Decade.
It's a little early for that. Let's rein it.
I don't think so, Bobby.
Like, I mean, well, it's 2017. So you got another 3 years to go. So
even just Zelda, like, all right, Red Dead's coming out. That could be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's rein it in a little bit there, GTA.
I'm just saying
5.
that Bobby, you can't say that they won't be in the running for that.
Oh, they're definitely be in the running.
Yeah.
That's absolute. These games are. The thing about it is like, when you look at Zelda and now you look at this, there is so much fan service within these games. And what I mean by fan service is this: Easter eggs, little nods to, you played these games in the past? Here you go. You remember us in the past? Here you go. And the thing is like, I feel now this could potentially be like a true sequel to something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I walked away with. I was like, is this a sequel or is this an original? Like, this is crazy, And it's so good. So good, man. I literally, when I beat the game, I sat there and just stared at the screen and was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then it's just so good. So, it's phenomenal, man. It is. The thing of it is that I loved Zelda. Like, loved Zelda. And up to right now, there was no question in my mind Zelda was Game of the Year. Now I'm torn. Now I don't know. And it's like, which could be? You know what I mean? Like, and I've put 200 hours into Zelda.
Yeah.
Now I haven't put that much time into Mario, but I know I will, because like I said, now I'll go back to the original world and go through that until I find every moon in there. And then I'll go to the next world and go through until I find every moon. And I'll just keep going. And it's the thing about it is it takes you back to those Mario games of like 64 and Galaxy, where you love going back. It's not a chore. When you think about trophies, right? When I think about trying to acquire a trophy in a PlayStation game or whatever, like, Sean, he coined the phrase, like, a rusty platinum, because by the time it's done, the journey to complete that game to get the trophy is just so annoying and so frustrating that you don't want to touch the game no more. But like, I look at Nintendo and I look at like these Mario games and like, it's fun to go back and do stuff. You're doing stuff that, like, it may seem hard, but it's trick stuff. Like, I remember when we played the original Mario game, and we played that thing for, years, and there was always new stuff that one of us were uncovering. And then it'd be like, everybody would be trying to do it. Like the Midas World. You know what I mean? Like getting 100 free men, by bouncing on the Koopa shells or something. Yeah. Like, there was all kinds of stuff that you found in the original Mario game because you just enjoyed going back and playing it. 64, same thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's seminal pieces, like Super Mario World, going up and finding the Star World and spending all that time up there. And then, with Galaxy was the same thing. Like, I look at the original Mario, I look at Mario World, I look at 64, and I look at Galaxy. I look at those 4 games and I go, these are defining moments within the history of Mario. And these are the moments that you want to go back and experience over and over and over again. This game is right there. This game is right within the mix of those. And it's just like, man, I can't think of... I couldn't imagine when Nintendo showed this game off to us for the first time. Back, everybody, like you included, you were just like, oh, this is... I don't know how I feel about this. And this is just... Oh, this is just weird. And I don't know that... And now, do you feel that way?
No, absolutely not.
and it's just another thing that Nintendo did that just shows the world that, like, when you think you're getting this, nope, you're getting this. And guess what? You're gonna love this. And
you know what? I've heard a lot of people say that New Donk City, Metro Kingdom, whatever it's called, like that is their favorite level in this game.
Yes. And I loved it, dude. That's the part that put a smile on my face. I was like, this is crazy.
It's so weird how people have gone from Mario with actual humans to wow, this is the best level in the game. Like that is such a funny thing.
Because you all of a sudden realize that, wait a minute, this isn't what it is. Like it's not... New Donk City is just a kingdom among the world. It's not where Mario lives and breathes. You know what I mean? There's a part in New Donk City that I promise you, when it hits, you are just going to have the biggest smile on your face. Like, this is amazing, dude. When it hit for me, I was just like, mind blown. Just blown away. And I can't wait. Man, I feel bad for anybody that hasn't bought a Switch and isn't playing this game.
I know, yeah.
Because this is one for the ages. Like,
yeah.
You look at Nintendo, where they were with the Wii U, and where they are now, and it's insanity. Like, it's just amazing to think that, like, hey, they were working on these things when the Wii U was around, and now look at it. It's like, I love it, dude. I can't get enough of this game. I really can't. I want more of it, and we gotta hurry up and finish the podcast so I can go back and play.
Yeah.
So, that's our geek out for today. That's where we're both at. So let's jump into our first topic. You can go first. We'll do yours. Yeah, we'll do yours because yours stinks. So we'll do yours and get it out of the way.
Well, mine stinks. All right, thanks very much, Bobby. I just wanted to talk about some scary games since it's Halloween in a few days.
I don't play. I'm a sissy. I don't play scary games.
I know you don't play scary games, but like since you don't play them, maybe let us know a couple of games that you're too scared to play, and why are you too scared to play them?
All of them.
Because you're a wuss, Bobby.
I'm a sissy. Now, go ahead. Well, we can. There's some stuff I have.
All right. So, what about this? Right. For this will be for you, Bobby. I've got a few things I can say for this, but. Games that aren't supposed to be scary but have scary elements in them.
I can tell you one right now, and it's the corniest thing in the world.
Go on.
Minecraft.
Yes,
dude.
Minecraft
There's times
like,
when you don't really know what's going on with that game.
Yeah,
dude. There's times where you're like when you're mining down below, and like a creeper or a zombie will come up behind you. Like when you're playing survival. It's a different world, man.
Yeah.
You're because if you fall or you'll lose everything. So there's that risk reward thing, and there, you know how many times that I've been like doing something and like boom, and there's a creeper that came up behind me. I didn't even hear him. I didn't even see him. Didn't hear him. Nothing. Or I'd be like in a catacomb, like in an area, like I'm surrounded by walls. But all I can hear is zombies on the other side of the wall. And I'm like, where are they? It's freaking you out. Like, it's just, those moments and dude, Endermen? Come on, dude. When they come after you, forget about it, dude. They're creepy as hell.
Yeah. That game, when you're in survival mode, playing by yourself, it's dark, you've got your headphones on, you're underground mining, and then all of a sudden you see a witch down there. Like, those witches in that game are so scary. They scared the life out of me. The first time I saw one, I screamed and ran away. And I'm like, it's such a cartoony looking game.
I know, but it has those moments and you're just like... And it's not... And let me explain this. It's not as scary like you're afraid of them. It's as scary of because you know that if they do something to you, when you're not expecting it, you could lose everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, when you're walking around with diamonds and gold, you just want to, like, you keep pushing forward, but in the back of your mind, you're like, I should just go back to the surface and put these in a box, like, and be safe. And this way, if I die, I die. Dude, it is so frustrating. You know what I mean? Like, so you always have that part where it's like, do I, don't I? You know?
Yeah.
So,
what about Mario 64, Big Boo's Mansion? You've got the scary piano that's got the teeth, and it goes kung, and it bounces around. That scared the life out of me as a kid, and I'm still scared of it today. Like,
oh Jesus,
because you go into that room, you know,
that didn't phase me that much.
Really?
No,
that is like, for me, in video game form, that is the same thing, the same feeling I had watching Home Alone as a kid, where he goes into the basement and the furnace is going kung.
Yeah. Right. You're right. Metal Gear Solid 5. There is a mission. So you're bringing back all these people. Like, you're capturing people and you're bringing them back to your base, and it's filling up your base. Well, then all of a sudden, when you're out on a mission, you get like a call that, like, there's a virus that they found within everything, and then they quarantine part of the base off to that virus. Well, when you come back on one of your missions, they're like, you really need to go over there and take care of business because it's getting out of control. And you go in, and it's kind of like a zombie apocalypse just took place in there, and you're going through level by level by level, and these, like, these people that are overrun by these viruses are coming after you. And you got, like, the gas mask on, and you can hear the breathing, and then, like, these things are running out of coming out of rooms and stuff at you. It's real. It's that Japanese creepy horror. Like, Kojima did a good job with that one particular level, and it was like, oh, I don't like it at all. But I did it because I had to, but I wasn't a fan. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. Like, stop. This is not where I want to be.
Yeah. Did you ever play Zombie U on Wii U?
I did for like 15 minutes. It got me so sick. I couldn't do it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Sadly, that was one that just... And that made it worse, I think, because I was looking at the gamepad and up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, when you go into, like, the
Yeah.
But, yeah, that game was weird. That game was definitely...
To me, though, I don't know, that is one of the scariest games I've played. Like, I don't know if other people feel the same, but when you're, like, in Buckingham Palace, or in the you go through some sewers and stuff, and you've only got, like, a baseball bat and, well, a cricket bat, not baseball bat, and maybe a pistol with a few rounds. It's, like, pitch black, and the zombies come after you. Like, that is so scary.
I'll tell you when it's scarier.
When?
Fatal Frame.
Yeah, you know, I played one of those once.
No. Play it on the Wii U. Play it on the Wii U.
I think I played a Wii one, and I couldn't play it. It was too scary.
It's free on the Wii U, right?
Really?
The first couple of levels are free. Toby, I'm going to tell you right now, 10 minutes, I shut it down. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not messing with this, man. I'm like, ain't no way. The
thing is, with that game, you have to get up close and personal with what you're afraid of. They force you to get close.
Yeah, no. Not me, man. I was, nah. I shut it down. I was like, there ain't no way. I looked at Tony and I go, I'm not playing. I'm done. I'm like, because you gotta, like, the worst thing is, like, you gotta use the gamepad as the camera.
Yeah.
So you're, like, scanning around, and it's this close to your, like, it's like 6 inches from your face, and this thing pops up. Nah, man. No. Forget that nonsense.
Dying Light is another game that I love.
Yeah, I know you like that one.
I play it co-op. I played the whole game co-op with my friend Mike, my best friend Mike Drummie.
And my best friend. Me and Mike have been having a conversation about you behind your back.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see Mike today anyway, so I'm going to talk about it.
Ask him about it. He'll tell you.
I will. Anyway, Dying Light. It's a really, really good game, but it's so scary at night time. During the day, that game is a breeze. You just run around. It's like, you know, there's still zombies in that, but the scary zombies are the ones that come out at night. They're like it's pitch black. You've got a torch that lets you see 5 feet in front of you. And then you can see on your radar there's these like super zombies. And when they spot you, they go psycho and they scream and they chase after you. You cannot kill them. Like, as far as I know, you can't kill them. All you do is run, and they are super fast as well. You could be on a vehicle driving away, and they'll jump on the back of a vehicle and they'll grab you. Like,
no.
Oh man, that game. For that. And one of the scariest parts of that game is you go up in this block of flats and you go into this room, like an apartment, and there's like a child crying, and you think, go see if the baby's alright, if the little kid's alright. You go in there, turns out it's a zombie child, like a 4-year-old zombie, comes screaming and running at you. Like, me and Mike did that. I legged it out of the room. I said, Mike, you deal with that. I'm not going anywhere near that. So Mike had to run in there and take care of it for me.
I'm gonna I might play Resident Evil on the PS4.
Which Resident Evil?
The new one, 7.
7. I've got it. I've not played it yet, but
there's some creepy stuff in that game that I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. I had another one, dude. SteamWorld Dig 2.
Oh yeah, there's some scary moments in that game,
dude. That Vectron level.
Yeah,
that's pretty damn. Yeah, I'm gonna say more than that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But dude, that was like creepy as hell, man.
But that was one of my favorite parts of the game.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
it was still creepy though, and it was still had your anxieties like up because you're like trying to do what you gotta do, and you're like, it was brutal. I don't know, anything else, or is that it?
I've been playing Evil Within 2 on PS4.
Yeah, I won't mess with that. Yeah,
it's really, really good, Bobby.
Yeah, you mess with that. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it is scary. It's very scary. But it's good.
Last of Us has scary moments.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't want to say, well, yeah, it's scary. Like with the clickers.
The clickers, yeah, definitely very scary.
You can hear them and stuff, and it's like...
I think even the runners are quite scary in that game.
Because they scream and they just start chasing you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. Because they just let out this howl. And it's like, the clickers are bad because they just, like, grab you and bite your neck, and it's like, ugh.
And it's horrible when they mix the two together in a tight environment. It's like, really scary.
It's hard because you're trying to be quiet. I like to just do a Molotov cocktail in a corner and then let them all run to it and burn themselves up. But yeah, before you know all that, you can do that.
I wonder what atrocities there's going to be in Last of Us 2. Like, what new enemy types? Like, that game's going to be so good. Like
when you first go against a bloater for the first time?
Yeah.
Dude, those things are just...
they are all right, so that's another great bit, another scary bit. When you're playing Last of Us, there's the bit where there's like an elevator shaft and you fall down it and you get separated.
Yeah.
And you're in the basement of this building that's flooded. That's where you come across one of those bloaters for the first time. And that whole section is so damn scary because there's a generator that you've got to pull.
Oh yeah,
you've got to keep pulling it. But it creates noise and it draws them towards you. So it's like you've got to do the thing that's like, no, don't make noise, but you have to.
Yeah, that's definite. Yeah, there's some stuff in that game that really gets you like, ugh. Yeah, I'll pass. Yeah. Okay, so my topic. I wanted to know because with Odyssey hitting, just made me think of like systems of past that Nintendo had. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to run through all of Nintendo's home consoles and us give what we feel, in our opinion, like our favorite game on each home console that Nintendo had. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with the NES. What would be your favorite?
I know what yours is. Can I guess what yours is? Mario Bros. 2.
No.
Really?
No.
No way.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's my favorite side-scrolling Mario game.
All right,
but that's not my favorite. That's not my favorite NES game.
Well, I'm gonna say Mario Bros. 3. I know that's an easy answer. It's very easy, but it blows my mind that Mario Bros, like Super Mario Bros and Super Mario Bros 3 are on the same console because
Yeah.
they're leagues apart. Like they're both great, but you wouldn't think that Mario Bros 3 could be done on the same console, but it can.
I wouldn't think that Mario Bros 2 could be done on that console, but that's
Yeah.
Because that's the best
Pulling
Mario
up
game.
those turnips, a lot of processing power there.
That's the best Mario game on that console. Just telling you, just saying. Anyway, no, three is a really good game, and I remember when 3 hit, that was huge. The music, the graphics, like they just.
And the variety as well. Like,
and they pushed that game to the limit, man. That game was just, you didn't think that it would look that good on that con. It was just amazing. Fun fact, that's actually where they tried to put Yoshi originally, but they couldn't get the mechanic of him with Mario riding Yoshi. It just, the sprites wouldn't work properly, so they pushed it, and then he winds up ending up in Super Mario World. But my favorite game on the NES is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! It's probably my favorite video game of all time, just because I have some beautiful memories of that game and just so much frustration and the reward of finally beating Tyson was just...
Well, yeah, you do have to take risks, though. You've got to leave yourself vulnerable when you're swinging at him. And
yeah, it was just like, man, the moment I finally did it, like... It was like the pinnacle. Like, it was like, I will never feel this way again. Like, it'll never feel like... Dude, I put months and months and months into that game of just trying to beat Tyson.
Yeah.
And when I finally did it, it was just like, whoa. Like, a huge weight was lifted off my shoulder. You know,
he's got to be, like, one of the most legendary bosses in video games.
Oh, easily. Yeah. And easily, probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest bosses to beat. Like, I don't know many people that can... Because here's the thing. It is such timing based that if you play on anything but an original NES and an original CST TV, you can't, it's not going to, the lag is not there. Like, you can't have any lag input on that game because it's so lightning fast.
And the thing is, if he hits you, like, I don't know, is it once or twice he can hit you before you're just out? Once.
In the first minute and a half, if he hits you with one punch, you fall.
Yeah.
3 knockdowns, the match is over.
Yeah.
So it was like torture.
The original One Punch Man.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Without a doubt. He's just crazy. SNES. I think we might have both be the same one on this one.
Yeah. I'll let you say it.
Link to the Past.
Yeah.
I think without a shadow of a doubt, that is the best game on that console. Don't get me wrong. It's my favorite console of them all, and there's a lot of great games on that console. But I feel like that game is the best game that hit. And I'm a huge fan of Chrono Trigger. I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana, Mario World, Super Metroid. Like the list goes on of all the great games. Me personally, I just feel like there was nothing better than that Zelda game.
Yeah.
I played it over and over again. I beat it multiple times. It was so bad that like I just could actually start the game up and get through like the first section of the light world within like an hour or two. Like, cause I just knew where I had to go, what I had to do. It was like boom, 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 and I jump into the dark world, and it was like so good, man, just so good. N64.
I had a tough choice here.
Okay.
And I still don't know which one of these two games I'm thinking, I should pick. I think in terms of what I had the most fun with as a kid, I'm going to have to say Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
It was a toss-up between Ocarina of Time and Banjo-Kazooie, because I know that, a lot of people think Ocarina of Time is the best game ever made, and it is a phenomenal game. But when I was younger, I used to play Banjo more, and that has a bit more of a special place for me.
Banjo was a good game. I'm not taking anything from it. It definitely was not my favorite game on that console. My favorite game, it'd be a toss up for me. It'd either be Mario Kart 64, because I played a lot with my cousins and had a lot of fun. But then another game that I played a lot with my cousins and we had a lot of fun with was WWF No Mercy.
Oh yeah, that's a great game.
that game was, dude, the create a wrestler mode and all that. Like, we spent hours making wrestlers and then just, like, doing all of our stuff. And, like, it was just insane. And I had friends, because that was just when the internet was starting to take off. Like, it was starting to get really big. AOL was a big thing in the United States. And I had friends who were also wrestling fans from around the world, around the country, more or less. And we would trade our creator wrestlers calls, as we would call them, our statistics and all that. And then, like, I would grab theirs and put them in. So I'd be wrestling against them to kind of, you know what I mean? It'd be really awesome, cool. You know? So much fun. So that would be one for me. GameCube.
I'm going to say Metroid Prime.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a reason. We'll get to it in one of the next games, but yeah, like Metroid Prime was, I think, the first time that I felt like Nintendo had sort of mastered a first-person shooter. Like, obviously made by Retro, but like, it is such a great game. It feels so good. The music is great. The lore and the world is great. Graphics are amazing, and I still think it holds up today. Like. Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal game.
For me, and this is not, again, this is strictly just a me thing on this one. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I knew you'd pick that.
Because that was the first. That was a game that I was so reluctant to play and didn't want to play at all. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And then, man, I started playing. I said this before on different podcasts and stuff, but I started playing for the Virtual Console in theory. To play the old classic Nintendo games on. And going in to try to uncover them, because my friend who wanted me to play, he had them all, but he didn't give me his town right away. So he was like, here, just go try to find them. They're in the world, and do this and do that. And like, in the measures of trying to find and uncover these games, I fell in love with it, like, completely. And it was like, there is something so amazing about this game, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And it was, as being a fan of Zelda too, it had that top-down Zelda feel, where you go from place to place. Like, when you go from this page to the next, it slides, it shimmies, and it was like just so much fun, man. It was just like such a blast to have that. So, and it had like the upper level, the lower level, the fishing and all that. Like, man, I just spent so much time on that game. So it was definitely probably my favorite game on that console.
Good pick.
The Wii.
The Wii, I'm just going to say Mario Galaxy for this. I was going to say Galaxy 2, but I don't know. I just like how Mario Galaxy made me feel. It was a very special game, and I still think one of the best Mario games ever.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely Galaxy. I liked Galaxy a lot more than Galaxy 2. What I liked about Galaxy was it gave me that feeling of playing a Mario game for the first time all over again.
Yeah.
Coming off of Sunshine, I was kind of like, not really a fan of Mario games anymore. Like, Sunshine was okay, but there was such issues with Sunshine. Like, I had glitches when I played on me. Like, the swimming levels, I got stuck on a world where I just kept playing over and over and over again. I kept dying. I couldn't figure it out. My game was glitching out on me. I got so frustrated. I was just like, I'm done. And the camera was better than 64, but it would always tend to get hung up.
Yeah, definitely.
So for me, like, I was just like, I don't know that Nintendo could do Mario properly again. And then when Galaxy hit, I was floored. Yeah. Like,
Galaxy,
I remember.
Like, Galaxy was a game that sort of, it made sense of the Wii remote in the way that you played it, and it was such a unique take on platforming, like 3D platforming. You'll never forget the first time that you long jump around a small world, like a small planet, because that's such a cool feeling. Like, when the camera is like on top of a planet, and then you just shoot over it, and it follows you around, and then you're on the bottom of the planet. Like, you'd never experienced anything like that in a game before.
Yeah, it was so unreal, and the gravity. Like, you would go on a planet, and there would be gravity on that little planet. And you could jump, and you wouldn't go off the planet. You would go around the planet and stuff. And then, like, it was just so unique, but it gave me that vibe of, like, this is the first time I'm playing a Mario game. It was the same feeling I got when I played Mario on the NES. Like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. So the Wii U.
See, what, earlier I said Metroid Prime for GameCube. That's because I was saving Wind Waker for the Wii U.
No, you are such a
Wind Waker HD is my favorite Wii U game.
I liked Wind Waker a lot. I thought they fixed the right things within that to make it just so really good. Like there was a problem with that, and the main thing was the sailing. Like it was never so frustrating as you would do the Song of Wind, get going in a direction and realize I picked the wrong direction. And you'd have to stop the boat, do the song again, and go in the proper direction. Or you would be trying to go to the west and you really need to go like northwest. So you'd have to go as far west as you can, stop, and then go north. And it was just so frustrating. Yeah. What I loved about this one was they did the Swift Sail and you unlock it. And it's like, okay, I can go wherever I want to go. And let me tell you something. There's nothing like going into Hyrule for the first time in that game. Yeah. Like when you go into Hyrule and you see the moblins and the dog-faced moblins and stuff, and it's just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And you're going into... I didn't want to leave there. I wanted to stay there. I wish that they would do a Wind Waker game that's just Hyrule. You know, like just take that style and throw that, man, because that was so good, man. I loved it. For me, man, I'm torn because I really loved this game. And I went back and forth. At first, I picked Mario Kart 8, but ultimately, I fell back on Splatoon. What I love about Splatoon is it was a brand new IP. I didn't want nothing to do with this game when it first got announced. Like, when I watched that E3 trailer, I was like, this game is stupid. I don't want to mess with it. Like, no. Who wants this? Who asked for this game? And then, as more and more got released and I played more, dude, that game got its hooks on me so bad. It's the one game that I put the most time into on the Wii U. And that's why I said it went back and forth, because both the other game was Mario Kart 8, where I spent so much time on Mario Kart 8. And so,
if I had to choose a Wii U game that wasn't a remake, it would definitely be Mario Kart 8. Like, that is a phenomenal game. So polished.
It is.
So many great characters and tracks and that. Like, especially with the DLC tracks.
Oh, the DLC tracks are so good, man.
It's like the ultimate Mario Kart.
Yeah, man. When they start bringing all that DLC stuff in, it was like, this is so good. So good. All right, so let's do some hot off the presses. I will let you go first since you did the topic first. What are your 3 stories?
Reverie is Zelda meets Earthbound. Fans campaign for Medieval remake. Sony teases 7 big game announcements.
Torn between the first and the third. Let's go with the third one.
So Sony is really trying to drum up some hype for its appearance at Paris Games Week. Monday afternoon is their press conference, I believe. And on their PlayStation blog, they've announced that they have 7 all new titles to show across PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR. And I'm not sure if this is one or not, but I think they accidentally leaked one, a Planet of the Apes game. I'm not sure if that's part of those 7 games, but yeah, 7 big announcements. That sort of tells me that Paris Games Week is going to be a bit bigger than it usually is. Like last year, I don't think was that massive, like in terms of big announcements. Yeah. But I've heard a lot of rumblings and a lot of people saying that they think that this is going to be quite big for Sony this week. So
that's pretty good. 7 games that's pretty impressive, especially when you figure, what is it, a month from now they'll be doing
PSX. Yeah.
PSX. So that's pretty crazy to think that. Okay, so my 3 stories are, I have Odyssey and the Metacritic, Switch 4.0.1 update is now live, and Octopath Traveler's early results on the feedback survey.
Oh. Yeah. See, I'm tempted by the Metacritic one, but I think they could get a bit salty if it's what I think it's going to be about. What do you reckon? Is that going to get salty?
I don't think so. Why would it get salty?
Because like when Zelda had its Metacritic score affected by a couple of poorer reviews.
No. That's not the tone that this is.
All right, let's go Mario Metacritic then.
Okay,
I'm in a Mario mood.
Super Mario Odyssey in the Metacritic, 68 votes have been cast so far, and it is sitting 97 among reviewers. What's kind of cool about this is Breath of the Wild also scored a 97, but they had 108 reviews. Mm-hmm. So there's still some more reviews probably going to come in, probably about 40 more. So when the end result hits where exactly that'll lay, I'm not 100% sure. As a result, the top 10 Switch games so far this year: Super Mario Odyssey at 97, Breath of the Wild at 97, Mario Kart 8 at 92, Retro City Rampage is 91.
Wow.
Shovel Knight Treasure Trove is 91. SteamWorld Dig 2 is at 88. Cave Story Plus is at 88. Stardew Valley is 87. Severed is 87. And Minecraft Switch is 86. So when I looked at the list, I was like kind of floored that like it's kind of cool that the top 3 games are obviously all Nintendo games, which is that's no surprise at all. But I think the thing that kind of threw me off too was like Splatoon's not even on that list in the top 10. But I know why that got beat up. Probably it's because there wasn't much content when the game launched. But it was kind of interesting to see SteamWorld Dig 2 so high, especially among when you
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I was going to say I'm surprised that it's not higher. Especially when it's below Retro City Rampage, like. Yeah,
well, it's only down by a couple points. You know what I mean? But when I look at it, I go of new games, not remakes or rehashes. It's the third best game on the console.
I don't know. I still think it deserves to be higher. Like, what is that game? What is that other game doing there? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I know. Retro City Rampage really shouldn't be that high. It's a good game, but it's not that great.
I don't know.
Shovel Knight I'm good with.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart 8 I'm good with.
Yeah.
But Retro City, I don't know why. I don't know why Retro City was ranked higher. That doesn't
probably
make sense.
How many reviews has it got? Probably not many.
Maybe
it's just like a lot of fans of the game that have reviewed
it.
No.
The reviews are based off of reviewers, not I didn't take.
Well, even what I mean is it's a lower key sort of title, so
yeah,
less reviews might aggregate higher. I don't know, but
let me see, because when you look at let me see.
It's always better to have a wider pool of reviewers.
It's true. That's true. I'm just give me a sec here. I got all releases, and then I got Metacritic by Metacritic score. They do so many different weird things with this. So when you look at okay, so retro. Oh well, that's why.
Why?
Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna remove Retro City from this. It only had 4 critics.
Yeah.
4 critics,
that's not a good.
Yeah, and then Dig 2 had 33.
Exactly.
Shovel Knight had 17. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had 95. Breath of the Wild had 108, and then like I said before, Odyssey had 68. But here's the funny thing: when you look at the user base, Breath of the Wild is at 8.4, but it's had 2,000 ratings. Like over 2,000 ratings of fans.
Yeah. But are they all fans? Like a lot of those people are probably like, Zelda, I'm gonna give it a 1.
Well, the funny thing was I was looking through, right, and so I go through, and it's like someone gave it a 0.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, why would you give it a 0? Like, what in what world?
Because you're trolling.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They see me trolling.
He doesn't even, it's not even in English, so I can't even read it. I don't even know what language it is. But he gave it a 0. And it's like, really, dude? Like, I don't know. It's, he only did, it's a troll because He's only done one review.
0
and see, here's the thing. I think that, like, honestly, I think Metacritic should go through and pull these people because he did one review, right? Yeah. And it was just Zelda. And, like, why? So it's obvious you're just jumping in there to lower the score. That's the only reason why you would go in there. It's just stupid.
You can't take that website that seriously. Really.
No, but when it comes to the fan stuff, no, I don't look at that. But when I look at, like, the critics, because it pulls critics from around the globe. Like, it's got Destructoid on here and Wired UK and Games Radar and IGN and all that stuff. Yeah. So you gotta look at it. But, like, the weird thing is, like, IGN has a bunch of different reviews because IGN Italy is on here.
Yeah.
And it's like IGN UK. So it's like, how many reviews do you guys get? Like, that's a bit, like, they should just take one and that's it. Not 5 or 6 or wherever every outlet gets a review. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, so that's really good for Nintendo. We got a couple minutes left before we wrap up. Is there anything else other than Odyssey you've been playing, or
just the Evil Within 2, really?
Okay. Yeah. I think my mind's blank on what I've been playing up before Odyssey. Like, Odyssey just kind of consumed my life. I was playing.
You know what? I just bought another game.
Good.
All right, so I bought 2 games. I bought Yono.
Okay.
But I'm not going to play it until Pro Controller support. But I'll just buy it anyway because I know that I want it. I also bought Phantom Trigger because it was on sale in the Halloween sale.
Okay.
It was like half price, £6 something. And I'm glad I bought it because this game is good, Bobby.
Is it?
I used to I really like Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of mechanically kind of similar to that. Top down, you can like zip around, like teleport almost. You've got different weapons assigned to the different buttons. So you press Y and you swing a sword, and it's like a blue swing. You press X and you swing a whip, and it's green. And then you press A, and you've got these red fists that come out, these giant fists. And there's a lot of rhythm-based combat to it, and you can do different combos with the different weapons depending on what button combinations you use and how you time it. And it's really tough, but it's really, really satisfying when you start getting into the swing of it. Yeah, and it's got a real dark story to it as well. It's like a pixel art game, but they sort of flip between like a present day real life story of like a man and his wife and their problems, and then it flips back to the gameplay side and you're in like a dungeon, and it's like not quite sure how the two sort of match up in terms of story and gameplay, but it's good. It's really good.
I've been playing Fire Emblem Warriors. I really like the game. I think the game is really good. If you liked Hyrule Warriors, this is a better version of it. The nice thing that I like, because the one thing that used to annoy me with Fire Emblem or with Hyrule Warriors is if I'd be on the bottom of the map and I'd have to get to the top left corner or something, and I have to get there before, and so I'd have to rush to get there, and by the time I got there, whatever thing I had to stop from happening was almost there, and I have to struggle real quick to beat it before. This, you can actually, like Fire Emblem, send people to different areas of the map, and they'll start going across for you, and then all you do is click the D-pad up, and it'll flip you to that character or to a different character, wherever you want to go. That's kind of cool. The other thing I've been playing with Tony is we streamed Tuesday night was Snipper Clips.
Yeah.
Which was fun. It was actually really fun, man.
Is the new update out yet, or is
no, not yet. We were playing the original one, which is kind of cool because we'll play that, and then when the new update hits, we'll jump into that one. So
are you going to do a highlight reel like you did before of all your outrageous?
I probably will. I probably will. I got to go through and download it and stuff, and I'll probably work on it this week and get it.
When you put my videos up, Bobby, you got 2 videos of mine to put on.
I know. I just realized this morning I forgot to send the one last week, so I'll talk to you after the show. Why you got to call me out like that, man?
Well, because
I'm busy, man. I'm busy.
I'm working hard for you, Bobby.
No, you're working hard for the patrons.
Yeah, it's true.
Not me, but for the patrons. Well, we'll get it up this week. Don't worry about it. So that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us on iTunes, on dayspace.com, on Google Play, all that good stuff. Watching the video over on YouTube, we appreciate it very much. Thank you guys so much. all the support. We can't do this without you. Follow Toby over on Twitter at Toby's_take. Follow me at Twitter at Nintendo Gurus. The show is Nin Play Podcast. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Ciao.
Better.
Yeah, I was good this time.
Better.
Better, closer, warmer. That's it. Well done, Toby.